Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello, this is your first time here. My name is Mary and I make videos budgeting my paychecks every week and pretty much trying to better my finances so that me and my little family can get out of debt faster. But in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys my little budget book. I turned this regular notebook that I bought at Target and turned it into this whole little budget tracker for myself, something that is just very convenient for me to do. So I'm hoping it might help you or inspire you if you want to take one of your notebooks. You probably have one laying around the house, or if you find a really cute one at the store that you want to use for your budgeting, I'm going to show you how you can organize it, make it look cute, and have fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it just because a lot of arts and crafts stuff is involved, like glue and scissors and tape and pictures and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to show you how mine came out. I really enjoyed it, but hopefully it will help you and inspire you. One of the main reasons that I wanted to do this versus buying a budget book out in the stores is pretty much just because I get overwhelmed by the ones in the stores. I don't know why. I just feel like when I flip through the pages, there's just so much already in there, and I feel like I don't know what to do with that. So I am just going to show you how you can turn a regular notebook into your own little budget book. So if you are interested in that kind of stuff, then just keep on watching. So I'm just going to show you guys everything beginning from the outside of the notebook, and then we will go into detail with all of my categories in the inside, how I decorated, what I used to decorate it. So to begin, this is the notebook that I bought from Target. Again, I believe it was like $15 or $16. And I love it. It's really big and sturdy. The cover is kind of like a cardboard feeling type. I really like it. The only one negative thing that I'm going to say right off the bat, because it's just the only thing I don't like, is that because of the type of material that it is, which is a really nice, soft, almost rubbery kind of material, but it does smudge pretty easily. So here you can kind of see where I wiped it down, but that's the only thing I don't like. They had another print that was white with little black polka dots, which is also really cute, but I guess because this is all black, you can just kind of see the little smudges really easily. Again, it does come off, but I just don't like that you can kind of see the marks after. So that's the only thing. And then the back is just all plain back, and this is from the brand Sugar Paper, and if you've seen their stuff, they have really cute stationery things at Target. So here you're going to see a little label. These labels I bought at Michael's. I believe it was a pack of maybe 50. I bought this one because it has that little gold foiling, which I thought matches perfectly with the gold accents from the notebook, and as you can see, the little rings on the side are gold. And I just called it my budget book. You can call it whatever you'd like, but I just went with a simple name because it's what it is. It's a budget book. And here, I wanted to add something fun and girly and just a little accessory to my notebook. So I bought this keychain from Michael's. It was on clearance as well, so that's why I bought it. It was only like $2, which originally it was like $7. And I bought a cactus because we're in summer, so I thought it would be a cute little summer detail to add. And then because it's such an easy clip on and off type of keychain, I thought I can just change it up when the seasons change. So just a cute little detail. And then on the inside, I got my inspiration to do quotes. So I put a couple of quotes here. I have a planner that I love. This is my Katie Daisy planner that I buy off of Amazon. And inside, let me see if I can show you one. They have cute little quotes kind of spread throughout, which you see in a lot of planners. So I wanted to bring that in to this one. So all I did was I went on Pinterest, I looked up some cute quotes that I liked and just had them printed out at Walgreens and glued them. So when I opened up the page, I wanted to see some nice, cute, fun, positive quotes. And then over here, what I love about this notebook is that it comes with one divider with two pockets back and forth. So in this pocket, I put little notepads. Both of these I bought at the Dollar Tree, and I use these whenever I just want to scribble, scrabble anything. This little one is actually the sticky notepad, sticky notepads. So I like that because you can actually stick it throughout the pages if you need. And I use this one actually to write down what I'm going to withdraw from the bank. I know a lot of people use the little cards that you would give to the teller, but I just like to use this one. So I have those there. And then for something happy and fun, I added a couple of pictures. So this is a picture of my family. And I just decorated it with some washi tape, which, let me show you, I bought a pack of 7 cute little decorative washi tapes at the Dollar Tree. And then here is a picture of an ultrasound of a little boy that's due in November, so I thought it would be really nice to put that there. And this is the first thing that you see when you open up my budget book, which I just love. It makes me happy and it gives me all the happy feelings. So that is that. And then when you flip it, the other pocket is going to be right here, and here I have bank statements or bill statements. I still get some in the mail, so I like to put those back here. I have it flipped over, of course, for personal reasons, but whenever I am done paying this bill, I will write paid, and then I put it here, and this just reminds me if it's due, if it's paid off, and if it is, I can just file it away. So these are all my little bill statements, but you can put whatever you want. And then here, again, you're gonna see these quotes spread throughout my notebook. And this one is, if you will live like no one else, later you can live like no one else. And that's a very popular quote. And if you know, you know, it's from Dave Ramsey. It's one of my favorite quotes because it really helps motivate me and remind me of why we are sticking and trying to stick to our budget and be better with our finances. So I wanted to add that there. This back here was actually a file divider thing. I just cut the edges to fit the page and glued it onto the paper, and I did this because I wanted the paper to feel a little bit more sturdy since I am gluing a picture on it. But you can put any cardboard paper that you want. I just went with this because it's what I had. And then when you open it up, I wanted to kind of have like a little collage per se of pictures and things that inspire me. So on this side, of course, I have pictures of my son because I'm a mom and that's what you do. You just put pictures of your kids everywhere. And then here, these are just inspirations of what we want our future home to look like. Currently, I'm working on our nursery. So this is kind of how I want the nursery to look like the closet. So I just have that there as inspiration. But you can just have fun with it and put whatever pictures you like, make it a little collage. And then after that is done, we get into the real stuff of budgeting. So for this part, I just have all of my monthly bills. So these are my fixed expenses. And I use that same label that I told you about at Michael's. I just have that for each of my categories. And these are all of my bills, the amount that it is, and when it's due. So this I like to have as a reference, just in case I don't exactly remember when a bill is due. I like to just have it right there. And then over here is not much, but these are just my variable expenses. These just change every week, every time I budget. So I have that listed there. So that takes care of that. And then we're gonna move on to our purchase tracker. So this is my first category. And all of these labels that you see here, these divider labels, I bought at the Dollar Tree as well. So you can find those there. And you can get as creative as you want when decorating your cover for each category. But again, I just wanted something simple and kind of minimalist. So I just have like cute little quotes here. So like I said, this is my purchase tracker. So let me tell you my idea with this. What I wanted to do was pretty much track whatever it is that we buy for a specific budget that we put in place. So for example, we had put a budget to decorate our living room. So here I will have every budget that we have. So I have our living room budget, and then me and my husband, when we can for the month, we will give ourselves our own personal budget. And because we buy a lot of things online, we thought it would be easy to track our budget this way. So for example, back to my living room budget. let's say we have a budget of $500. Anything that we buy that's according to that category, I will highlight with its corresponding color, right? So for example, purple is anything related to our living room budget. So I will write down the item, how much it cost, and once it's purchased, we will check it off so we know that it's done with. The good thing about doing this is that, let's say you do have a $500 or $1,000 budget for that type of category. Every time you make a purchase, you already have the cost here. So you can just start subtracting it from your budget. So you know, and you're keeping track of how much you have left and what it is that you bought and how much it cost you. So it's a good reference to have. For example, for me, which I bought a Bondi boost, which I'm expecting it Monday. I'm very excited. I gave myself, I think it was like $100 to just buy stuff. So, or maybe a little bit more, but anyway, so the pink is for me, so I will write down what I bought and how much it costs, and that way I can keep track of my budget. That way, when we do our online purchases, it's easier for us to track, because sometimes when you're buying stuff online versus cash, you can easily get it confused and under budget or over budget. So this is an easy way to just kind of keep track of that. So I just put another page of the same thing in case there's more things that we want to buy. Baby purchase goals. These are things that I want to buy for baby before he gets here. And then my idea with this is I will write down the specific thing that I want to buy, and then I will look up the cost, which I haven't yet, but I will look up the cost for each item and write it down here. And what I like about this is that way, when I budget my paycheck for the week, I can always look back to my list and I can see how much that item cost and if I can afford it for that week. So this is also a good reference to have, so you can kind of go back and forth and just see what you can afford from your little, wish list here that you want to buy, and the cost is right there and what you want is right there, so you don't forget also what it is that you want to buy. And then these are things that I want to buy my son. I just have a check of what I already bought him. Travel goals, we won't be seeing much of that now this year, but this is just to write down any expenses on whatever trips we want to do. And then I know there was one more, which is life goals. Yeah, life goals, and this is for really big purchases like a house or maybe buying a new car, anything like that. If it's a dream of ours to have, I can start writing it down, maybe start writing down the numbers, start working towards it. So that's why I have that there. Okay, and then we're gonna move on to our second category, and this is gonna be my sinking funds category. And I have my little quote here, and this little sticker I bought from Paperi Planning, I believe. She has a really beautiful way of doing her cash envelopes. She also does like all the budgeting stickers and things. So I bought a couple from her shop. I will leave her links down below if you want to check her out, but she has such a very nice little shop going on. I really enjoy it, so I got some of her things for that. But when you open it up, the first thing you're gonna see is my favorite sinking fund, which is my Christmas sinking fund. And if you've seen, you will see that there's people who like to track their savings or their sinking fund through a drawing. So that's what I did here. I did a little Christmas tree, and our goal for this year is to save $2,000. So each line here, or every line that's colored in, represents $100. So every time I reach $100 towards our savings, I will color it in. So very exciting to see it this way. It's like a visual, just fun way to save your money. It kind of motivates you because you kind of just see yourself almost getting to your goal. Like we're halfway there, so it's really fun to see that. And I can't wait to see my whole tree just decorated already. Make it extra fun and cute. On this side, I just had some Christmas scrapbook paper, so I just glued that to the page and then printed out some Christmas pictures that I took myself that I really, really like. So I just have that there for fun. And then to actually track my numbers for my Christmas fund, this is where I do the actual like tracking. So here in the first column is the number of paychecks until Christmas. The next one is my paycheck date, how much I took out from that paycheck, and what the end balance is. So for example, each paycheck of ours, we always take out $50. So this past paycheck was the 17th, we took out $50, and now we have $12.50 towards our balance. So that's how we like to keep track. And this is good because sometimes if you miss a paycheck or you're going back and you're adding and something doesn't add up, you can always go back to this as a reference, and you can maybe see, oh, I didn't get money out from this paycheck, or I'm missing a paycheck. So this is just a good little reference to make sure that you're staying on track with your sinking fund. And then here we have our emergency fund. With Dave Ramsey, he recommends you have $1,000 as baby step number 1. So that's what we have here. So the way that I have it labeled here is the date, a plus or minus, meaning how much we added to the emergency fund or how much we had to take out of the emergency fund. And here we would write down the reason. So if we did have an emergency fund, like let's say we have a flat tire, I would write here flat tire, how much we had to take out, and then what my ending balance at the end of it is. So this is just a way to keep track of our emergency fund, but thankfully we haven't had to use it, so it's complete at $1,000. And then here, this is my taxes sinking fund because I have a second job and that one requires a 1099, which means I have to make sure that I take out taxes so that when tax season comes, I have enough if I do owe anything. And this is where I keep track of that. So if you have a 1099, this is how I do it. This is the date of my paycheck, how much it was. I will take out 15%, that's just how much I decided. So I take out 15% of my paycheck, and then I also take out tithes. So this is 10% of my paycheck after I take this amount out. This is pretty much what's left for me at the end of it. So this is how much I actually pocket after my taxes are taken out. And then this just lets me know how much I have in my actual sinking fund to pay towards taxes. So this one's really, really important for me to keep track of. And then here is for car maintenance. This one, there isn't much, as you can see, because it really just depends if we can afford to take anything out from our paycheck. So sometimes, as you can see, we can't really afford to take out for car maintenance, but if we do, I will track it here. So for example, this last paycheck, I was able to take out $50 for it. So I put here plus 50 because that's how much I'm putting in. The reason and savings, because that's just the only reason. And then my balance is $50. Now, for example, if we use it for a oil change, then I would put the date of the oil change, how much it costs. So I would put minus how much it cost. I would write the reason, oil change, and then whatever balance I have left after that. So that's how I track that one. And then for our baby boy sinking fund, it's going to be the same concept. So this is the date of our paycheck, how much we took out from that paycheck, the reason. So here I just put regular, meaning just regular savings, and how much we have as a balance. So for example, when it comes time to buy something for baby, then I would write the date, how much I took out, what it was that I bought, or what the reason is that I took out money from the sinking fund, and how much I have left. Okay, so those are my main sinking funds. Now we're gonna move into my debt tracker. And on this page, this is just something I put here. These are co-payments that I haven't been charged for. I don't know why they didn't charge me at the time of my visit. So I'm pretty much expecting it in the mail. But because I don't want to forget, I like to write it down. So that way when it comes in the mail, or I go to the office and they tell me, hey, you know, you missed a co-payment from so-and-so, I can reference back and be like, okay, like you're right. And then here, so our first debt that we actually have is our car debt. And as you can see, we haven't been able to put much into it. I have been paying my minimum, I just haven't put the dates on there. But this is where I would pretty much keep track of how much we're paying towards the car. So I have our beginning balance, the minimum payment. If there's anything additional that we pay towards the car, like that will go towards the principal, I will write it down here when we made that additional payment, and then our new balance. So again, we've only been able to make the minimum payment, so not much going on here, but hopefully we will get there. And then this one and this one is the same thing, and these are my school loans from Navient. So one is mine and the other one is under my mom's name, but I pay for it. So this is the same thing. So this is the beginning balance, the minimum payment, anything additional we will write there, and then date and our new balance. This here is just a note because I had to put our student loans on forbearance because I haven't been able to pay it. So this is just a note so I know when this is just a note so I know when it begins again. And same thing here. And that is it for my debt. So now this is going to be my budget breakdown. So this is where most of the math goes on when I start my budget. So I will get my paycheck and I will do all the math on here, pretty much break down my budget, right? So that's where all the madness happens. And then once I am done, I will transfer it to my new section here, which is my finalized breakdown. And this is what you guys see when I do my budgeting, my paycheck videos. This is where I have it nice and organized, and it's something that I can better understand. My husband can understand if he wants to go over it or if I want to explain it to him. And that's pretty much just like the more organized version of my budget breakdown. So that's what I have there, and that's what I left the rest of this for. I still have a lot of space left if I wanted to add another category, but for now, this is pretty much what works for me. And then back here, it's nothing. I did add a little thing here. So I bought this off of Amazon, and it's a little pack of these little pen holders. It just glues on. I just think it's the cutest, greatest thing ever. I have it on all my planners. That doesn't include like a little pen holder. And you can just put your pen there. So that is it for my budget book. Again, what I love about this is that you can just customize it to whatever you want. You can decorate it. You can put as many different categories as you want. The only thing I would recommend is, I personally, at least because it's not a binder, it's, you know, it has the little spirals. You don't want to add too much inside because you don't want it to like be bulky, you know what I mean? Like, I like to have it as flat as possible, like that. Like, I tried adding like other things inside and it was just uneven, especially if you're going to be writing things down. You want a nice flat surface. So versus like if you have a binder, which you can do this with a binder, of course, it will give you more space to do that. But being that it's a notebook, I didn't want it to be too bulky. So again, if you are very minimal with your budgeting, I think this is a fun and easy way to go about it. It's very inexpensive. As you can see, a lot of my little things are from the Dollar Tree or from Amazon. My highlighters, these are the highlighters that I use, and I will link everything down below that I bought off of Amazon. And that's it, guys. I really hope that you like this video. I'm really excited with how it turned out. I love it, and I hope it helps you if you want to create one of your own. And that's it. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.